Here's the thing about constant interruptions. I used to actually be horrible with this. I used to be very reactive. Whatever would happen, I'd wake up in the morning, I would check my messages, I'd see if there's text messages, a voicemail, Slacks, whatever. It was, if there was ever bad news, it would just throw my day off immediately. As a business leader, you have to start taking control of your day. So if you have constant interruptions, in many ways, it's because you allow constant interruptions. So it doesn't mean that there aren't going to be problems and different situations that arise, but that's something you have to handle immediately. Whether you run a law firm or another type of business or whatever it is, we're not doing open heart surgery. So whatever it is that arises is nothing that can't wait a couple hours until the end of the day. Like, it's not an emergency, right? You're not doing like a quadruple bypass. They need you right now, doctor. Yes, there's going to be things that happen, but if everything becomes an exception, then you're going to be very reactive and you're not going to be able to lead your day in a certain way. So I think it starts with first setting those boundaries in the sense that, let's say from this time to this time, like you're going to be doing deep work. Let's say it's from noon to 4 p.m., right? No interruptions. But there is a way that somebody could, let's say they've got a message they've got to get to you or whatever it is, from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, you'll handle those messages, right? It kind of goes in a different direction. It goes against the open door policy in the sense. I think open door policies are a terrible idea because then you deal with the got a minute, hey, you got a minute, hey, you got a minute, right? And then you also become this crutch for your team where you start enabling them to be brain dead. So instead of them trying to figure out, well, how do I solve something or deal with a situation that I don't know how to deal with, they say, well, I can just go and ask you because you're always available. And then if they're always asking you, then that doesn't enable critical thinking. And then you solve those problems for them. And before you know it, you become the crutch. So instead, if you can allocate some time and say, hey, you know what? If you've got any challenge that arises, I'm going to be available from 4 to 5, right? Let's say the problem arises at 10 o'clock in the morning. Most of the time, I found it never even makes it to 4 o'clock. It's usually solved by then.